10 years ago, the BluGuitar was released, the BluGuitar Amp1, and I want to talk about it again because I still think this is, since released in 2015, the most innovative pedal amp that there has been. And I don't think anything has surpassed this, to be honest.
This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses.
Essentially, the other day, I was kind of asking the question, like, why don't more people talk about this as an option? I'm going to show you in this video why I'm digging it, but the first thing that I really wanted to address was that there's this pedal remote thing. So I'm borrowing this from Tony up the road, by the way. I'm not being paid by Thomas or anything like that. I've had no interaction with that company, although you could send them a message and say, look, John seems to like your stuff, send him one or something like that. Anyway, I'm just semi-kidding about that, but I think it's a really cool piece of tech that maybe we should talk about more for sure. Anyway, so the remote one, you plug out via just a normal instrument cable, so no issues where, you know, you're going to get to a gig and have forgotten the cable. That's kind of cool. This is made of metal, so fairly robust. Then you plug that thing in, Hawk Tour, and then you've got access to all of the channels, which I'll show you through. A reverb switch, see it's switching that reverb. An effects loop switch, so you can switch your kind of wet effects all the way out with just one kind of kill switch. There's a master volume here, so the way that this power soak kind of works, if you set it to reduce your headroom to like that, and then you can kick the power soak out by pressing this master volume. Kind of clever. And then there's a boost, which you can adjust the boost, I think, and tone of these, basically of all the channels. But it just works really well. The recording out, I'm not sure necessarily that it's the most flattering, but I think it sounds pretty good. To the point where I was going to take the KMA duality calibrator out to the gig. I've been asked if I'm apparently going to try and gig this on Saturday, and Tony's given me permission. So I'm going to give it a go. The speaker that I'm using with it in the room is a Mesa Boogie 1x12 compact with an EV speaker in it, which is quite a good sounding speaker, I think. Yeah, then I'll use the recording out to go to front of house, this for the stage volume, and then I've just got an HX effects which I'm going to put in the loop for my wet effects and maybe some effects like a chorus and a bit of flanger. But this is essentially going to do all the drives. So I think it's a really, really powerful piece of tech. Apparently the nanotubes, there's never been a failure, so you don't apparently have to worry about having to replace the tubes. I don't know whether it's the most reliable piece of gear ever. I think there are some things that Tony had said that needed to go back to be repaired. So just a bit of a caveat there. But in terms of the actual idea and in terms of being a pedal amp that is basically all you might need alongside like a delay pedal or something like that, I think it's really powerful. Have any of you tried this? Any of you tried gigging it? Does it sound like an amp to you? All those kind of questions. I just thought I wanted to talk about it again. Oh, and cheers to everyone who's checked out the I Can't Make You Love Me tab. Yeah, go check that out. If you want to join the Patreon at the highest tier, you get access to that, and I'm going to do some more full-length transcriptions in case you were asking about that sort of stuff. I know some of you are looking for that. Or you can jump onto the Gumroad and just do a one-off purchase, and you're going to get the backing track, the tab playing alongside the video, like a video file, and also a Guitar Pro transcription PDF. So hopefully that's... Anyway, on. So I'm really enjoying the kind of flexibility of this. Of course, I guess we go from... Let's just turn off the effects on the HX effect. You're hearing this out of the record out of the BluGuitar, which maybe, if there's any weak point of this, I don't think this maybe flatters it that much. In the room, I'm enjoying it more than what is coming out that I record out. Let me know your thoughts on that in comments. Anyway, we've got a boost over here. Reverb switch. Okay, then we go across. The cool thing is, once you get the balance, well, maybe Tony set this up to be fair, but of the clean and dry, then all these follow. Stages kind of suit quite well as well. So we've got the vintage. You can boost this as well. Classic. And then modern. Basically the gain and kind of a little bit more bass as you go along. the other cool thing here is we've got this master volume, which I'm effectively using as a boost. As you see, I've got the power soak kind of a little bit lower. So if I wanted a solo boost, as I say, I'm not sure it's the most flattering way that you're hearing it right now. In the room it sounds great. I'm going to give you some room sound now. But I think that's a really flexible kind of setup. In terms of gigging, it's kind of perfect. You've got like 4 levels of gain as well as a boost for each of them.